Cool! Did everyone from CashPower.com? Guess nothing makes me more excited. On today's video, we're giving a short review of the GameSir G8 Plus Galileo wireless mobile game controller. Thank you very so much for joining me. I know this is not the standard video we usually do, but folks at GameSir contacted me and offered to send me one of these controllers for review, and I decided to take them up on the offer because I have what for me is a unique use case where I travel fairly frequently and I want to take my gaming with me, obviously, and that is mostly done through a gaming laptop, a Switch, and on my mobile device, an S24 Ultra through Xbox Game Pass Ultimate Cloud. And the G8 Plus is a Bluetooth controller that is compatible with all those devices and iOS, in case you are also in the mobile gaming space but don't have an Android phone. So the G8 Plus is a console grade mobile controller, so you have larger grips, and it has comfort. You have two programmable buttons on the back. Comes with replacement thumbsticks. Here is the guy in question. So it is very akin as far as those features like an Xbox Elite controller, but it also has Hall effect joysticks, which should eliminate stick drift, which will make it last a while longer. So that's definitely a benefit. As you know, we're very cost conscious here. And because of the wide compatibility, then you're able to use it with more of your devices. So except for me, I can travel and I can just take this guy, knowing that it'll work with my Switch, my gaming PC, and my Android phone. And one of the things that I really appreciate about it, the device, that it has mode selection. So if you press the little mode button here and any of these buttons, you'll enter into either Switch, iOS, or Steam OS compatibility, meaning that it will pair with those specific devices instead of just launching into Bluetooth pairing, and then you might have a bit more of an issue doing it that way. Also, one thing I appreciate is that once you open the device up, because as you can see, right now you can't fit much, but if you open the guy up, you can put in there, like I said, a Switch will fit in there, and when you open it, as you saw, it just activated the controller. And when you do that, it'll actually go into the last pairing mode you activated. So if you were using it on your Android device, it'll go there. If you're using it for your Switch, it'll go into Switch pairing mode. And the controller itself is very comfortable. The sticks themselves, I use the default that came with them. I don't like the really concave sticks too much. The default works just fine for me, and it's automatically set to standard. So when you plug it into a PC, it recognizes it as an Xbox 360 controller, and it works out really well. As you can see right there, the buttons, they're very console grade. It is very comfortable to hold it. And one concern I had was, is something like this going to be uncomfortable to hold for a while, or will it feel weird if you're playing it, using it this way? Because you can also hardwire it to your Switch via the dock. Will it feel weird to hold it, even because it doesn't have anything in the center? And it doesn't. I play a lot of Have a Nice Death. I tried Call of Duty. I tried Mega Man X4 and 5, that's Gambit, and it felt really comfortable overall. The buttons have a nice tactile feel to them. They don't feel cheap at all, which is definitely really nice for a mobile controller. And actually, let me do some more size comparisons here, just so you can get an idea. So I'm going to move the box. There is a Switch Pro controller. So instead of having to take this along with my Switch, which we'll see right here. So there you have a Switch with a Hori split pad, a Pro controller, the GameSir G8 Plus. And for kicks, here is a Razer Kishi, first gen. So your regular mobile controller. So while the GameSir does take up more space in my luggage, I can take just this along with my main Switch unit without the split pad, and a wired USB-C cable to hook up to my laptop, and I'll be good to go to game on all of those three devices that I mentioned. So that is really cool. Again, I appreciate the value that provides, and that's why I wanted to do it. It also saves a lot of space when I travel. Now, the only real complaint I have about the layout is right here. So you can see right underneath the buttons, the right stick is right underneath the A and the X. So as you're playing, if you have larger fingers, you might be hitting it more often as you're using the buttons here. For me, like I don't have fingers aren't too big, so I don't have too much of an issue. But just a comparison, there's like the split pad, and you can see it's more further away. This is more common with mobile controllers. See right there, there's the Kishi, and you can see it's right underneath as well. But for me, it wasn't that big of a concern or an issue while gaming. But that is just like my only real gripe with it. At the beginning, I thought that doing the opening does require a little bit more force than I wanted. As you can see right there, the switch came on because I had it paired last. But I ended up appreciating it because that way I know that while traveling, if I just put my switch in here, it should be fairly secure as it moves around in luggage, and it all worked out well in the end. And you actually have they have a way of like moving this for so your camera is usable while attached to the controller. Not much of a concern for me, but it's still a really nice touch. Battery life was good. The app on the phone itself, because you load up the GameSir app on your Android or iOS device to check battery life and also customize the back buttons. The app was fairly stable. I only had like one crash over a 1 month period of testing, so that's good. I'm going to be showing some gameplay here and give my final thoughts on the controller transition. So here is a short clip of me playing Have a Nice Session, the GameSir G8 Plus controller. So in conclusion, the main benefits for me from this controller is comfort. So I used it, played for long sessions, sometimes for more than a couple of hours at a time. Wasn't getting any cramps, no discomfort, so that felt really good. For a mobile controller, which sometimes is comfort is compromised by having those console style grips on it, it makes it a lot more pleasant to use during long sessions, so that's a plus. I also really appreciate the breadth of compatibility, so the fact that I can take this with me and, like I said, use it with my laptop, my Switch, and my Android phone is definitely a plus. That way I can just carry the one device, so it'll be my main travel buddy as I use it and put my Switch in between the controller and just pocket that along with my laptop and my mobile phone when I travel, so I can game on the go. And I do appreciate the ease of connectivity. So again, with the mode selection, so that way I can connect to my Switch and not have it connect to my Android phone by mistake. And I'm sure you can do that with like if you have like an iOS device, or even if you're doing it through SteamOS or something else, that is very beneficial as well. So value-wise, I do think it is good value. The controller retails for $79.99. So it is a bit more expensive than some of the cheaper mobile controllers, but considering that you are getting the console style features with it, like the switchable joysticks, you can even switch out the button order if you so desire. Good battery life, I think is definitely worth your consideration. I posted an Amazon link on the description of the video. If you purchase through there, we might receive a commission. And GameSir is also providing a 10% off code that is valid until November 30th of 2024. It is 10G8PLUS or 10G8 Plus that you can use when you check out via Amazon. You get 10% off of your purchase. I definitely think you should give the controller a try if you are interested in having something that you can use while you travel. And it's not even that bad when you're at home playing it wired on either a PC or a Switch, so it can replace other devices and you can just keep the one. But that is it for this one, guys. Thank you everybody so much for watching our first hardware review on the channel. So again, we really appreciate all of your support. Go out there, play some games, make some money, spend some money, see some money, don't get boned. Get boning.